The words hit Marcus Chen harder than any asteroid debris ever had. Are you here to hurt our mother too? She's dying, the little alien girl said, her 3 luminescent eyes blinking in sequence, each one reflecting a different shade of fear. Marcus froze at the entrance of the massive biodome, his repair kit hanging uselessly from his calloused hands. He had been sent to fix the atmospheric processor on Kepler 442b's Colony 7. Nothing more. A routine job, 3 days maximum. But the message hadn't mentioned this. The child, if one could call her that, stood no higher than his knee. Her skin shimmered like oil on water, iridescent patterns rippling across her small frame with each labored breath. Behind her, in the center of the dome, something immense and ancient pulsed with a sickly dimming light. I'm not here to hurt anyone, Marcus said slowly, kneeling down to her eye level. His knees creaked. 62 years old, and he was still taking the jobs nobody else wanted. What's your name, little one? Sira, she whispered. Her voice carried harmonics that human vocal cords could never produce, a sound like wind chimes in a storm. They all come to study her, to take pieces. They say it's for science, for understanding, but she gets weaker every time. Marcus's jaw tightened. He had heard stories, whispers in the deep space stations, rumors in the colony bars. The nurturers, they called them. Ancient beings that had seeded dozens of worlds with life, tending to entire ecosystems like gardeners to their plots. Most xenobiologists considered them myths. Apparently they were wrong. Show me, he said. Sira's face, delicate as spun glass, brightened slightly. She took his hand with appendages that felt like warm silk and led him deeper into the dome. As they walked, Marcus saw others of her kind, small, childlike beings emerging from alcoves in the living walls, watching him with cautious hope and deep-seated terror. The nurturer lay in the center like a fallen cathedral made of flesh and light. She was massive, easily 300 feet in diameter, her body a complex network of bioluminescent veins and breathing spiracles. Patches of her skin had turned gray and necrotic. Sensor arrays and extraction tubes, human technology, protruded from her sides like industrial parasites. Marcus felt sick. They said she was just a resource, Sira said quietly. A biological anomaly. They didn't know we were her children. That she thinks, that she feels. How long has she been like this? 16 cycles, since the first scientist came. Marcus approached the nurturer slowly, reverently. Up close, he could see the intelligence in the patterns of light that danced beneath her skin. A language of bioluminescence, complex and beautiful. She was trying to communicate even now, weak as she was. He pulled out his multi-tool and began disconnecting the extraction equipment. Alarms immediately blared on his comm device. Engineer Chen, what are you doing? That equipment is expensive. The voice of Colony Director Paulson crackled with indignation. Marcus ignored it, working faster. He had spent 4 decades in deep space, fixing things that others had broken, cleaning up messes that corporate greed and scientific ambition left behind. Not this time. Chen, you're in violation of Contract Clause 7 Alpha. Cease immediately or face criminal. Marcus crushed the comm unit under his boot. Sierra watched him with growing wonder as he dismantled tube after tube, sensor after sensor. The other children emerged fully now, dozens of them helping where they could with their small, delicate hands. I need you to translate for me, Marcus said to Sierra. Ask your mother what she needs to heal. The little girl placed her hands on the nurturer's skin, and light pulsed between them, a conversation in photons. After a moment, Sierra turned back. She says the wound is not just physical. The extraction damaged her connection to the ecosystem. She needs a bridge, something to reestablish the network. Marcus thought fast, his engineer's mind racing through possibilities. Then it came to him, risky, probably insane, but it might work. He pulled out the atmospheric processor core he had been sent to install. It was designed to interface with biological systems, to read and respond to environmental needs. This is going to hurt me more than it hurts her, he muttered, already reprogramming the device's neural interface. Before Sierra could ask what he meant, Marcus jammed the processor's bioconnectors into his own neck. Pain exploded through his nervous system like white fire. His vision fractured into 1,000 different spectrums. Ultraviolet, infrared, wavelengths humans were never meant to perceive. He could feel the entire ecosystem, every plant, every microbe, every breath of wind across the colony. And there, like a dying star, the nurturer's consciousness touched his own, She was ancient, lonely, tired. She had created the children because she didn't want to tend her gardens alone anymore, because after 10 million years of solitude she wanted someone to talk to. Marcus understood. God, he understood. Using the processor as a conduit, he began rerouting his own bioelectric signals, turning himself into a living bridge between the nurturer and her damaged ecosystem. His body convulsed as megabytes of biological data streamed through neurons never designed for such traffic.
"Stop," Sierra cried.
"You're hurting yourself." "I'm fine," Marcus gasped, blood trickling from his nose. "Just tell me, when she's stable?" Light began returning to the nurturer's veins, spreading from where Marcus touched her like dawn breaking over a dark world. The gray patches receded. Her breathing spiracles opened fully for the first time in months. Marcus felt his own heart beginning to fail under the strain. "Now!" Sierra screamed. "She's stable now. Please stop." With the last of his strength, Marcus initiated the processor's autonomous mode and tore the connectors from his neck. He collapsed onto the living floor, his vision dimming. Through fading consciousness, he felt small hands, dozens of them, lifting him gently. Sierra's face hovered above his own, tears of liquid light streaming down her cheeks. "Why?" she whispered. "Why would you hurt yourself for us? We're not even your species." Marcus smiled weakly, tasting copper. "That's it exactly. Why it matters." The nurturer's light enveloped them all, warm and grateful. In that moment, Marcus Chen, stubborn, broken-down engineer who fixed things nobody else cared about, had done something that would ripple across the galaxy. He had reminded the universe what it meant to be human, not the strongest, not the smartest, but the species that would burn themselves to ashes before letting the innocent suffer. Even if nobody else was watching. Especially then,